Hey guys, SeanB here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Fusion Support Project event that's going on in the game right now. And if you want to start Summoners War in 2020, this is the best time to start the game, so don't miss out this event. The event allows you to fuse a Nat 5, or should I say reduce the material and time you need to fuse a Nat 5 significantly. And as an early game player, you can actually get it done in like 2 weeks or maybe even less. The event allows you to choose a Nat 4 to get, which is the hardest thing because you don't get these units out of thin air. You have to fuse them or summon for them, and that is a very tedious process. So by giving you the 2 Nat 4 out of the 4 components to fuse a Nat 5, it reduces the time and resources significantly. And doing this event just by acquiring or use the essence actually goes in line with the in-game achievement challenge, not achievement, the daily dungeon tip. So when you finish this, you have to get your essence, and when you get the essence from here, it go really nicely with the event. So you finish both at a very short time. The event also gives you 50 ancient coin, which is half the requirement to get yourself a fairy queen. One of the best support for every single Summoners War player out there. You can get yourself another 50 ancient coin over here in this event if you finish them in time, which means you can easily get your hands on your fairy queen in your first 2 weeks of playing the game. And that is very important, maybe even in your first week. So what do I know about early game progression? I started the DayZB series, which is the beginner account series, totally free to play for you to follow to progress really quickly in the game. You can go into the playlist section of my channel and check out the beginner account series. And I started with this event and I fused my first Nat 5, which is the Water Phoenix. It has stun and default attack, it has freeze in the other 2 attack, and it has one of the best leader skill for early game player in dungeon, which is the 44% HP. Until today, just a couple minutes ago on my Twitch stream, a viewer still told me that there are other people recommend you that Dark Ifrit is the best fusion monster for the early game player, and you should max skill your Dark Ifrit. And that is, god damn it, don't do it. This guy has a much lower crowd control potential compared to Sigmarus, with only a second skill that has maximum 50% chance to stun when you max the skill. So it's not that great as a crowd control skill. The default attack is okay, the dot, it's okay, but the max HP damage coming out from Sigmarus in the Frozen Orb and Ice Volcano, the damage output from these 2 skills are amazing. So a measly dot from Mega Smash is not gonna compare. And then you have Conversion of Magic, which cleanses the entire team. That's pretty amazing. When you get your hands on this unit from the Ancient Shop and this skill right here with 4 turn cooldown, 2 turn immunity, it really trivializes all the debuff in the early game. You don't need the Veromos cleansing anymore because friend protection is all you need. So maybe the best thing about Veromos is actually the Violent Rune rewards that you get from fusing the Dark Ifrit. But it's only 5-star rune and they're not actually that great. On the other hand, when you finish the Dragon's B10 achievement, which the Sigmarus can really help you do that because as a water damage dealer that does max HP damage, which scale really well against bosses, these runes, the 6-star purple violent rune that you get from clearing the Dragon's B10 is really amazing. And they are 6-star rune, which means the potential stats that come out from these runes are much better. Speed, HP, and HP. This violent rune set seems pretty good for a beginner account, but you get this from the challenge reward after you beat Dragon's B10 on auto. So I strongly encourage people to fuse Sigmarus first because she provides so much more than Veromos. The only good thing about the 5-star Violent Rune set, not really worth it to be honest. So after playing on the beginner account for 160 days, never once did I feel the need to have Veromos in my team. In the late game, where I do a lot of guild battle and I face a lot of Jeanne, this light paladin light here on defense, I do use my dark Ifrit to cleanse away the provoke, which is very convenient. If you're already done with your Sigmarus, your second fusion can be Jeanne the light paladin. The 2-turn provoke can be very strong in TOA, especially for auto team. Her skill 3 can provoke the bosses, which you cannot stun, and then she can put up her skill 2, which protect herself from damage, makes her a very good boss tank for TOA. She's amazing in guild battle with this leader skill, and as a generic support, provide protection for your weak damage dealer and healing over time with the default attack. Very amazing unit. So that's what I'm going for. I took the chance to get the fusion material for my Jeanne. For me personally, I'm on my way fusing the Fire Lightning Emperor. He'll be my first step to the fastest Raid 5 team available in the game right now. But it's gonna be tough. But I will try it out to see if I can make it and show you guys maybe you can do it too with very early game runes. He's not really hard to build. And that's it. I built this thing in one day. The hardest thing was Bailey. The rest were using mediocre runes or shitty trash runes, and I didn't need to build any new unit except for 5-starring my Jensen to make it easier for him to survive. But that's gonna be a huge challenge. I already have the fusion material ready, but whether I have strong enough runes to start building a BJ team, it's gonna be a challenge. If you're fusing the 5 Panda Warrior, you will mainly use him in the front line of your raid team as a defense leader, because this leader skill is actually not that common. So if you are in a team, a party, a guild that require a defense leader, nobody really has that, then you can be the real man and take up the defense leader. But he's not that amazing because Panda Supremacy does very shitty damage. Calm Mind usually does more harm than good in R5. In the default attack, defense break is often shadowed by other unit that bring defense break already. So he's not that amazing, and you need max skill to really apply the debuff that he's bringing in the Panda Supremacy. And you don't really want to waste your Devamon on Fire Panda, something that you will ditch soon when you find better option to do it faster. He's also pretty okay as a frontline in the Wind and the Dark Rift Beast. By 5 Second Awaken, Belladon can do that job as well. So fusing him kind of wastes resources, and Devamoning him is not an option. Katarina on the other hand is one of the best guild offense option, and also a very fun option because you will never know where Sword of Discharge will go. So it's a fun gamble but very effective guild offense. If you're done with progression in the game and you want some solid guild war action,
and we do this. Come on! Come on! No!
Looking back in the first few days of the game where I rushed the Water Phoenix fusion, it really helped me to crush TOA much faster because that unit can provide so much damage, and in the early game, damage is what I really don't have. I didn't have Crow or Raok to do damage. My Lapis was using a Fatal set, and Lapis damage output is not the best. But this bad boy right here, with max skill, you get a lot of Devamon in the early game. You get it from 6-starring stuff, you get it from challenge, event, rewards, you get a lot of Devamon. So maxing Sigmarus skill is not a problem at all. And after maxing this thing's skill, and with max skill, Sigmarus can do some very intense damage. So you want to look back at all the earlier episode on how I crush early game content like TOA, Giants B10 with Sigmarus. That's it for the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the quick fusion event. I'm gonna go back to Giants B10 to farm a little bit more, and maybe next video I will tell you guys how to really speed up your Giants B10 game, because I finally achieved a 28-second run with my Giants B10 team, and it was done with these units. You can replace the Dark Vampire Lord with many other things. Don't have to be the Dark Vampire Lord, but yeah, this team 28 second, not consistent because Lucian AI is hot garbage, and you can see right there he could have amputation magic because I maxed the guy's skill, but he chose to win with the box. I know that there's a Julie team floating around, and maybe one day I'll pull a Julie so that I can do that team as well, because in this account I haven't pulled a Julie yet, so that's gonna wait for a while. Giants B10 speed up. If you want that content, let me know down in the comment section below. Okay, until then, I'll see you guys around. Bye.